Hello everyone, welcome to another one in our series of talks based on my book Ask Us About Rock Bottom. This series of talks is called Addiction, Treatment, Recovery and Relapse. We have seen various characters and how they handled their addiction, their treatment with varying successes. Today we are going to ask ourselves a question. Why are so many people failing when it comes to treatment? Why are so many relapsing? We have blamed the government, we have blamed the health services, and today, to increase the list of people to blame, we are going to talk about the family. And our topic for today is when the family wants you drunk. Our hero for today is a man aged 40 by the name of Kamau, who used to work at the airport. He has another brother, and the single mother is currently residing in Europe where she's working, from where she sends considerable amounts of money to the family. Kamau is the older brother, while his younger brother, who seems to be more successful, is the one that has become the favorite of the mother. For the younger brother to continue enjoying the fruits of the labor of the mother, he has made sure that Kamau never recovers. Early on, he discovered that his older brother has a problem with alcohol. The mother has made various attempts to get the guy treated, but every time Kamau gets a modicum of recovery, the younger brother plies him the drink until he calms down. In the meanwhile, just like Cain, following Abel and making sure that he never succeeds, this guy will ensure that the mother will never send anything through the older brother's account. This seems to sound like fiction, but it actually happened. Kamau got so frustrated that eventually he started stealing from the employer where he was working at the airport, and he was sacked. After the sacking, he started hanging around the construction site where the mother had a building going on, and in due course, he stole some of the material that were being used by the masons. The brother heard about this, and he had him jailed, taken to the prison and to the police station instead of figuring how to deal this with at home. When the mother heard about this, she insisted that her son is not going to go to prison, and the alternative that Kamau was given was to go to a rehabilitation center. He spent 2 nights in the cells along Thika Road before being delivered in handcuffs to a rehab where he was to spend 90 days. Every day, Kamau was a model student, client, attending the classes, doing all the duties that pertains to a person's stay in a rehab. But unknown to everybody else, he was biding his time. And he left that place apparently very cheerful. Nobody knew what was going on in his mind. It took only 2 days for him to show exactly what was going on. There was a fracas at home. The younger brother ended up in hospital. Kamau ended up in a prison, and after he left, he was a totally confirmed drunkard. This is a very serious issue where the family members would like you to be drunk so that they continue exploitation. And we have found this happens especially in issues to do with inheritance or carrying favor with the parent. This is usually done by one of the children. And Kamau's case is not isolated. There's a sadder case that I also came across where a young man had a very beautiful wife, and the father coveted this wife, breaking one of the commandments. And in order to take over the wife, they concocted a story that the young man was a drug addict and an alcoholic. Using the police, they also dumped the young man in a rehabilitation center. Every time the 90 days are over, they bribe the counselors in the rehab and the probation officer to sign a report that the guy is not ready to go out into the world. So as we look at these cases, we find out that the issues surrounding addiction, treatment, and relapse are much deeper than many of us imagine. Think about it. Who stands to benefit, especially in issues of inheritance? These days, especially in central Kenya, because of the large amounts of money involved in inheritance cases, this is very, very possible. And with the upsurge in the use of illicit alcoholic drinks, it has become very possible to push anybody who has a slight drinking problem over the edge and into problem drinking, and then use this as an excuse to deny them their inheritance. The law is being used where it is said that this guy has lost his marbles, he's no longer sane, and according to our constitution, somebody who is not sane is not allowed to own or transfer any property. Sad as it sounds, this is the reality, and I hope those who are listening to this and have heard of such cases will be able to share what they have heard about such cases in our forum. I'm giving this forum to all those sufferers who are out there, who know what addiction really is, who know how difficult it is to go through treatment, and who have gone through the pain of relapse and are still struggling with recovery. Please support my channel by subscribing, liking, hitting the subscription button, and sharing it with friends. We shall be back to discuss even more pertinent issues concerning addiction. As you have seen, addiction is much, much deeper than many of us have assumed. Thank you very much. Let us meet next time.